The House Education and Workforce Committee will come to order. Will the clerk please take attendance?
Chair DeBoer.
Here.
Representatives Linting.
Here.
Paquette.
Here.
Fox.
Present.
Coons.
Present.
St. Germain.
Here.
Pavlov.
Here.
Wilson.
Here.
Colzar.
Here.
Weiss. Here. Burns.
Present.
Madam Chair, you have 11 members present. You have a quorum.
Thank you. Vice Chair Linting moves to adopt the minutes of the April 23rd meeting. Without objection, the minutes are adopted. To begin today, the committee will take up the two bills which are part of the House School Safety Package, which the committee took testimony on last week. The H1 version of House Bill 4223, sponsored by Representative Harris, and the H1 version of House Bill 4315, sponsored by Representative Pavlov. Before we begin voting to report, we do have a new H2 substitute for House Bill 4315. This substitute splits up the development of training materials by each department based on their expertise. It requires each department to provide training material to the MSP and the OSS annually for MSP OSS to make available to the schools. And it adds the tie bar to HB 4223. So Vice Chair Linting moves to adopt the H2 substitute for House Bill 4315. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Chair DeBoer.
Yes.
Representatives Linting.
Yes.
Paquette.
Yes.
Fox.
Yes.
Coons.
Aye.
St. Germain.
Yes.
Pavlov.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Colzar.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Burns.
Yes.
Madam Chair, you have 11 yeas, 0 nays, 0 pass. The motion prevails.
Thank you. Vice Chair Linting moves to report House Bill 4223 as substitute H1 with recommendation. Will the clerk please call that roll?
Chair DeBoer.
Yes.
Representatives Linting. Yes. Paquette.
Pass.
Fox.
Yes.
Coons.
Aye.
St. Germain.
Yes.
Pavlov.
Yes.
Wilson.
Pass.
Colzar.
Pass.
Weiss.
Pass.
Burns.
Pass.
Madam Chair, you have 6 yeas, 0 nays, 5 pass. The motion prevails.
Thank you. Vice Chair Linting moves to report House Bill 4315 as substitute H2 with recommendation. Will the clerk please call that roll?
Chair DeBoer.
Yes.
Representatives Linting.
Yes.
Paquette.
Pass.
Fox.
Yes.
Coons.
Aye.
St. Germain.
Yes.
Pavlov.
Yes.
Wilson.
Pass.
Colzar.
Pass.
Weiss.
Pass.
Burns.
Pass.
Madam Chair, you have 6 yeas, 0 nays, 5 pass. The motion prevails.
Thank you. The committee will now take up House Bill 4345, sponsored by Representative Cavitt. We have a H1 substitute for House Bill 4345. This substitute caps the number of days that can be waived at 15, in addition to what is allowed in law. Vice Chair Linting moves to adopt the H1 substitute for House Bill 4345. Will the clerk please call the roll on the H1 substitute?
Chair DeBoer.
Yes.
Representatives Linting.
Yes.
Paquette.
Yes.
Fox.
Yes.
Coons.
Yes.
St. Germain.
Yes.
Pavlov.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Colzar.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Burns.
Yes.
Madam Chair, you have 11 yeas, 0 nays, 0 pass. The motion prevails.
Thank you so much. There being no further business before the committee, the House Committee on Education and Workforce, whoops. Did I do something wrong? We're supposed to be here. Oh. This is supposed to say, refer to rules?
You gotta read right here.
Okay. I'm so sorry. Now, Vice Chair Linting moves to refer House Bill 4345 as substitute H1 with recommendation to the Committee on Rules. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Chair DeBoer.
Yes.
Representatives Linting.
Yes.
Paquette.
Yes.
Fox.
Yes.
Coons.
Aye.
St. Germain.
Yes.
Pavlov.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Colzar.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Burns.
Yes.
Madam Chair, you have 11 yeas, 0 nays, 0 pass. The motion prevails.
Thank you for your kindness and patience. And therefore, there being no further business before the committee, the House Committee on Education and Workforce will stand adjourned.